I'm not sure if you guys saw, but a few months ago, Microsoft announced that it was ending support for Flash or drop JavaScript, which is basically saying that they'll pretty much end the whole support for Java and Flash and all that stuff like that. Now, this report came out about a month ago, which is I'm sure you guys probably missed because January was jam-packed with chaos. We had the Resident Evil C virus, World War III memes. We literally lost a legend, Kobe Bryant himself. I mean, it's winter time. January is a horrible month. Someone call Elsa. We need to let January go, okay? That's how bad that month was. But anyway, this whole Flash game and JavaScript stuff, basically, Flash has been ended, and I felt compelled to make this video because I felt sad because the end of Flash equals the end of JavaScript equals the end of Flash games. Now, I'm sure if many of you guys are just like me, I grew up off Flash games. Like, I literally loved Flash games as a kid, and I cannot fathom how I would have made it through school without Flash games. So with the death of JavaScript and Flash Player being more imminent than another episode of The Simpsons and Law and Order SVU, it really brought me back to my childhood, guys, and thinking about just how I was introduced into Flash games. Now, I'm sure you guys have your own story, your own anime arcs as to how you were introduced into Flash games. So as Lost Chaos, I'm going to give you guys my Lost backstory on how I started playing Flash games. So basically, it starts like this, man, in the Lost Chronicle. I remember being a little kid and my mom had like a computer. My mom is she was very tech savvy. We had Super Nintendo games. She was a big gamer and all that stuff. So my mom, she bought a computer and it was like Windows 98, okay? Back when it had weird Windows stuff and back when we had internet dial-up, which was slow as hell, man. Someone called Dio, time stop. Someone called Beautiful Joe, it's just a slow motion, man. I mean, dial-up was slow, okay? Kids these days alone would never understand dial-up. Anyway, dial-up was so slow, and it would take like 8 days to download 2 gigabytes. I'm not lying. I remember trying to download Diablo's Blizzard, okay? The same company that asks, hey, do you guys have phones? Well, Mr. Blizzard, I didn't have a phone back then. If I did, my download wouldn't take 8 days. But anyway, so I was trying to download Diablo, and the game would not work. Like, it took like, I don't know, the download time was like 6 days for 5 gigabytes. So I was like, all right, whatever. So instead, I went on some website to start playing some Flash games. Now, fast forward, it wasn't until I got to like middle school where I was in 4th grade and my friends were all playing Flash games. Now, my computer teacher, I remember his name being Mr. McKinney. Mr. McKinney, I see you, my boy. Anyway, that was like the best computer class, but we would play Flash games and all that stuff. Like, after we got our computer work done, we would play all the little learning games. He would let us get online. And I found this website that pretty much was called Arcade Town. And me and my friends would be on Arcade Town for hours, man. I mean, there were so many games on there. I remember one where it was like this girl who slid on this little metal thing. But there were so many games on Arcade Town, guys, that I cannot remember. And that was pretty much my introduction into basically Flash games and all that stuff. And from there, I started playing more Flash games. And as I got older, I found out about legendary websites like Newgrounds. Now, Newgrounds itself was such a legendary website. To be honest with you guys, I don't think many people understand the impact that Newgrounds had on the internet. I would honestly argue that Newgrounds was YouTube before YouTube. I remember the first era of YouTube when they had all those Flash animations and YouTube poops and all that stuff, and all those Mugen battles when anime fights and all that stuff, all those AMVs and all that good stuff that happened in the early ages of YouTube. That was all from Newground Games. Newgrounds started all of that user-created content, user-created music, just Flash games, and all types of other games on there. I will not be surprised if Newgrounds is the reason why a lot of your content creators that you watch that animate and make animations and stuff like that, like Odd One Out and Bellana Productions, who does Sonic. I mean, there's so many Jaden animations. I'm sure a lot of these people were probably on Newgrounds back in the day. Newgrounds was such a legendary website, but it was not my favorite, okay? My favorite website was a site that my friend Jose showed me, and it was called Two Flash Games. Two Flash Games is what really got me into playing more mature Flash games and a lot of those dating games I used to play. I remember playing so many Sonic fan games and Mario fan games from all those Flash websites, and a lot of those creators of the Flash games back then, they went on to create fan games for Sonic and Mario and Five Nights at Freddy's and all that stuff. So the Flash game history is just so insane that Flash games did so much, you know, as far as fan games and just as far as YouTube goes. Like, I'm almost positive, I can probably guess that a lot of fan game creators probably started with Flash games, and that's easy to say that. So Flash games has such an impact on the industry, and it gets even worse. It gets even further. Well, not worse. It gets even further than that, because even YouTubers like Markiplier is also a huge fan of Flash games, like games like Deeper Sleep and Deep Sleep and all those other Flash games that Marks play, and the Stickman stuff and How to Destroy Your Boss. All those were Flash games back in the day that we all enjoyed and still love.
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier and welcome to Deep Sleep, a pixelated style adventure point-and-click game that a lot of people have been suggesting that I play for a long time now.
Despite all the doom and gloom and Flash games basically dying more than Krillin from DBZ, alright? There is good news, because I found an article a little bit earlier, guys, and this article was from Vice. Now, Vice talked about how basically you can now play more than 38,000 Flash games for free. Who is that baby girl? She looking pretty okay to me, man. She just my type, okay? My type of Flash girl, okay? I trained in Love Hina and Galaxy Sim for years, man. I know how to date girls, bro. But anyway, so this site mentions that these days Adobe Flash is just an obnoxious thing that makes Chrome crash. But it used to be the backbone of weird and wild world of web-based games and animations, as I've already mentioned already. So, a bored suburban student spent countless hours playing Alien Hominoid and Stick RPG instead of playing in class. So eventually, this guy was able to bring back 38,000 of these classic Flash games. So he's pretty much got a website which has rescued over 38,000 Flash games. So Flash games aren't exactly dead, okay? My favorite sites like Two Flash and Newgrounds and Arcade Town, they're not dead yet. And that excites me because, like I said, guys, I grew up on Flash games. I'm sure you guys have as well. I think one of my favorite Flash games was probably, if I remember correctly, besides the dating games, was stuff like Unfair Mario and Castle Cat, stuff like that, man. I pretty much, like I said, because I love Flash games, and I can't even like express how important they are for me. But as I mentioned in the video, guys, Flash games in general were so important to the industry that this video I'm making right now cannot do it justice. Someone needs to make like an entire anthology of Flash games and Flash and its influence on the internet, because I mentioned briefly that Flash games, just Flash in general, is the reason why we have stuff like YouTube videos. All of those Newgrounds animations and stuff like that were all made before YouTube. Two Flash games were, all those games that were used to be Flash games are now mobile phone games. And you know, it's just so crazy how important that Flash game phenomenon was. So to see Flash games dying, guys, it's a sad day. But you know, it's a part of our childhood, and it's one that kids these days will never understand, okay? They will never understand the power that was Flash games. So, I am Lost Chaos, guys. Thank you all for listening to this rant. if you are new to the channel and for any reason enjoyed what I said, if you laughed, if you related, if you hate me, let me know in the comments, guys. And chaos, get through that like button, subscribe for more news, stories, commentary, and all types of edgy comedic videos I have coming your way. Let me know about your childhood, guys. Let me know your thoughts on Flash games and how far you've come. I went from Flash games to fan games to indie games to mobile games to console, man. I've been all over the place. Chaos is throwing that chaos everywhere and every which way. So let me know your past, guys. What is your first Flash games? What is your first memories of playing Flash games? Let's talk about this, guys. This should be a cool topic for the channel. So hope you guys enjoy. Subscribe if you are new. I don't know what the hell you're doing. Join the Lost Kingdom. We're 7,000 strong, on our way to 10,000, bro. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see all you Flash gamers in the next video. Thanks for watching, and peace out.